Hello, it's my pleasure to welcome you to the first video on this series, AWS Hands-On Lessons for Beginners. And in this video, we are going to be having a look at the AWS Free Tier plan and the paid plan. We are also going to create an AWS account from the scratch. To begin, it's important to mention that the free tier has changed. Before now, in the old model, AWS offers 12-month free usage. This package includes 750 hours per month of EC2 and free RDS, free S3 allowances for full year. But in the current model, users get up to $200 in credit. Every new account gets $100 instantly, and they can earn more. If you stay to the end of this video, you can see and learn how you can maximize your free tier account to earn up to the 200 credits. The free tier isn't actually just one thing. Free tier can mean credits given to you by AWS to run resources in the cloud. It can also mean that some resources are always free. For example, some services, about 30 of them, have monthly free limits that resets forever. These services include Lambda, DynamoDB, CloudWatch. It can also mean free trials. Some services offer limited trials that starts the first time you use them and then charge the full price as you continue to use them. Now, let us have a close look at the free plan and the paid plan. The free plan offers you zero risk. You cannot be charged, and you get to have 100 credit added to your account with the potential of increasing it to 200. The free plan ends at 6 months or whenever the credit runs out, whichever comes first. When the credit runs out or the 6 months comes to an end, AWS will close the account after 90 days if the user did not upgrade to the paid plan. And for the free plan, most enterprise services are low. The paid plan offers almost the same thing as the free plan, but then you get access to every AWS service. The account never expires. How do you actually get up to $200 when you set up your free tier account? Well, the first $100 will be given to you instantly. To earn the remaining $100, you will need to engage in some activities. And these activities include launching an EC2 instance, trying out Amazon Bedrock, setting up a budget, setting up a relational database, and using the AWS serverless system. There are always free services that never expire as well. These services include Lambda, offers you 1 million requests per month, and this is quite enough to run a real API backend for free indefinitely. The S offers you 5 GB standard storage, and you also have the DynamoDB, which can pair with the Lambda to build serverless apps, and it can give you 25 GB storage. You also have access to CloudWatch metrics plus 10 alarms. All of these free services resets at the first day of each month. They don't roll over. So if you have them, make sure to use them. There are certain things that surprises beginners. Before you can set up your AWS free tier account, you will need a real credit card. Yes, AWS has to verify that you have a valid payment method. You have to also understand that AWS only gives you one account as a person. So you cannot have multiple accounts as an individual. And if your account is attached to an AWS organization, you will automatically forfeit a free tier credits. The free tier account closes at 6 months. It is also important that you set up a budget on day one, as this is one of the paid activities that will give you a $20 bonus. What will you need to sign up for AWS? You will need an email address, one that you control and will always have access to, as it will become your root user. When you are deciding what email address to use, it is important that you use email address that you have access and will always access. You will need a phone number, a valid debit or debit card, and perhaps 10 minutes of your time, and we can actually do that together. So let's get started. Let's create our first AWS account. Follow along as we head straight. So head over to your browser and type on the search bar AWS Free Tier, and the results should show you the official link to create a free tier account with AWS. So you want to click on one of them to get there. So on this page, you can see more about AWS services and offering. You can check out the free tier categories. You can read AWS terms and conditions, and you can learn more about the free tier by reading this paragraph right here. So let's start by hitting the create a free account button. So on this page, enter your root user email, the very important email address that you will always have access to, and enter the AWS account name. You choose a name for your account. You can change this name in your account settings after you have signed up. So go ahead and do that. Then click on the verify email address button. After that, you may be taken to this verification page where you have to pass this security verification process. Type in the characters and submit. So in my own case, this is my code. I'll paste it in after I copy it from my email, and then I'll hit the verify button. On this page, you will have to set your password. Enter a password which you can remember, a strong password, and continue to step 2. On this next page, we will have to select our plan. So you can see the free tier account on the left-hand side and the paid plan on the right-hand side. If you're a beginner, you may want to choose the plan. You can always upgrade to the paid plan later on. So we are going to choose the free plan and use it. On this page, we are going to sign up properly for AWS. Here we enter our full name, the name of our organization, if we have any, the phone number, and after this, we also have to enter our credit card details. So go ahead and fill up this information. The next step involves you filling out your billing address. So you may want to go ahead and enter your credit card. This is important because AWS holds at least $1 or equivalent for 3 to 5 days to verify your account, just to prevent fraud, as we can see on this statement right here. So go ahead and enter these details and head on to the next step. Now, on the second to the last step, you will have to verify your phone number. And so go ahead and enter your phone number on this field and send SMS as step 4. So AWS is likely going to give you a call or send you a text message. Either way, you're going to get an OTP. So you hit the continue button to the last step. So as you can see, the AWS account is now being set up for us, and we wait for a while and we see that we will have a new AWS account set up. So this is it. Congratulations, we are activating your account, which should take a few minutes. You will receive an email when this is complete. So when you get the email, open up the email and follow the link in the email to log into your root user account. So click on the sign into AWS button on the email, and there you have it. You are now inside the AWS Console. And this is the AWS Management Console. This is by default in a region known as Europe, but bulk of our project is going to be built in the United States and a region known as US East 1. So we are going to be switching to US East 1 as our region, which we're going to be using to build out most of our projects. At the top right, you will see a name, a username, and account ID. When you click on the drop down button, you will get to see the total credits that you have in your account and the days that your free tier has left remaining. This account was created today, so we obviously have 185 days to go. So because we clicked on the link in our email to open up this account, I would like us to sign out so we can see what it feels like to log in the root user account. So click the sign out button. So on this page, click on the sign in button again. Now on the sign in page, you can see that we are being requested to input our IAM user to sign in using IAM username and password. Well, we do not have this because this is a fresh account. You will have to look at this button, sign in using root user email, and use it to sign in into your root user account. So to sign into your root user account, enter the email address you used during the sign up. Click on the next button. Now enter the password. So the moment you sign in, this screen will pop up and it is telling you that to keep your account secure, you will need to set up MFA for the root credential, and this will be required in 35 days. That is multi-factor authentication, and you can choose any of these three options: a passkey, an authenticator app, or hardware token that you can be using as an added layer of security for your root user account, which is a very important account. So one of the easiest to set up is the authenticator app, which you can download in the Google Play Store. So you may decide to skip it for now or go ahead and secure your account. I highly recommend you do not skip this step. You go ahead, follow the on-screen prompt and secure your account. That will be all for this video. In this video, we have seen the differences between the free plan and the paid plan. We have been able to set up a fresh AWS account, and we are going to see how to set up AWS budget and billing alerts in the next video. If you enjoy this content and you're seeing it on YouTube, please do well to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. Thank you for your support.